Hello everyone, this is Michelle Garcia. In this demo, we are going to walk you through how to create a server that is running in Ubuntu for hosting our WebSocket service. Let's start with creating our new project in DigitalOcean or any public cloud that you wanted to be your cloud service provider, and then completing the setup. In this grouping or this project, we can create our droplet. A fresh droplet that we will select is running on Ubuntu with dedicated CPU. Let's just select a regular SSD running with just 1 GB CPU. For the data center, let's select the one near in our area, and for the authentication, you can choose either SSH or password. Let's select the password for now, and let's add our password and complete the for the host name. You can provide any name that will help you identify the server. And then this will be our WebSockets WebSocket. Yep. And then create. Alright, so the server is up. We now have our IP address here, which we can use to connect to it. In this demo, I'm gonna use Bitwise to connect. You could also use POTC if that's what you have. For the password, the default user is root, and for the username, default user is root, and then since I nominated my password, I'm gonna input it here, and then log in. Accept and save. And now we're connected to this server. Let's continue the setup by connecting to the terminal console. Let's try if I can make this bigger. Okay, there. And let me clear this. Okay, so this is our server, and the first thing that we need to do once we have a fresh one is to ensure that the image is up to date by running these 3 commands: the install, update, and upgrade. So we do this up install and then update. Okay, update completed. Let me clear this for now, and then we do the upgrade. We can add the -y so that it won't ask us to. Let's remove this so you can see the next question. To proceed, let's add y there to confirm and wait for it to complete. Now we have upgraded our server. Let's clear the commands for now, and the next step that we're going to do is to install the PHP and Apache. To do that, we need to run this command as prerequisites, and then it has installed these packages, so let's clear that. And then let's proceed with downloading the latest repository of PHP. Just confirm by clicking enter. And once it's done, let's do another clear. Go back to the next step, which will be to download the Apache. Another confirmation is needed. Press enter and wait for it to complete. And when it's done, let's clear again. The next set of commands is the actual installation. It will install Apache 2, PHP, and the other libraries as well. This will be needed by our project to successfully run our PHP application. To proceed, press Y. And now our installation is complete. To confirm, when we run -3, this is our PHP, and then we also have patch 2-3, and this is our build. Okay. We run this command sudo auto remove to remove other installation files that we do not need on our server, and then followed by the setup of our WebSocket service. Currently, we are in this folder, the root. Let's create a folder. So that will be right here. And let's open to go inside that. Now this is our folder. This is our location. From here, we will install the composer by running this command. This one will download the package, and then this command will install it. And after that, we will remove the files we downloaded. Once it's removed, we can now optionally copy or move the far file to the user bin folder, so that wherever you are in the directory, you can still use composer. Next, we will skip this one because if you look at the status of the firewall, it's already inactive. And then we will proceed with creating a laravel project. So to do that, what we will do is queries and then minimize. So let's go with composer, create project, laravel, and then we give our project name. For now, let's name it WSS demo mcg proj .xyz. So this name that I gave here is a subdomain of my existing domain name. You can give it any name that you want, and you can also sign up for it. If you do not have any domain name yet, feel free to specify the preferred name that you wanted here. Then I'll show you later where you can create a domain name for our own project. Okay. Let's just proceed and then click yes. Okay. So installation is completed. Let's clear this one. Look at the folder structure. We now have a folder with name WSS demo. We go there. And then inside, we can see the files that were created for us with the Laravel project template. We are now inside our project. Next will be we will install the Laravel WebSockets. We will do that by running Composer, require beyond code Laravel WebSockets and press enter. Confirm and wait for the setup to complete. Once it's completed, the next activity will be to install the migrations file. As you've seen in the previous steps, we did not set up the database yet. So let's still run this one, although we will skip the database part for the entire WSS setup. Okay, let's run this one. It will create this migrations file for the statistics. Next will be, instead of running artisan migrate, we will just publish the configurations file by running artisan vendor publish the source and then the configuration that we will be publishing. Okay, copy that. Let's clear this and then paste the command. And then it creates this websockets.php file into our config. Once our config is done, let's update the .env file so that we could nominate dish pusher credentials. You could set up any ID, any key, and any secret that you wanted to use for your application. So let's do that. To clear nano.env and then scroll down to the broadcast driver. We will change this one to pusher. And then at the bottom, there is this pusher app ID. Let's provide a name, WSS demo ID, WSS demo key, WSS demo secret. We keep the cluster as is and then save the changes, Control X, Y, enter. And once the env file is set up, we have our pusher credentials. Let's run Composer install. Confirm. And once it's compiled, the next step that we'll do is to try it out. We will open two terminal that will serve the WebSockets and the PHP Laravel project. So we copy this one in this current terminal. Let me open it on the left. And by default, it's using the port 6001. In another terminal that we will be opening, we will serve the Laravel WebSockets. So going back to the Bitwise new terminal console, that will be on our right. We will navigate into the CD WebSockets and CD WSS. In this project folder, we will run our PHP artisan serve for this port. Enter, and now we can access the website using our port 8000, the IP of our server. Let me copy this for now and then open a browser. And once we hit this one, we paste the IP address :8000 we can see that this is our boilerplate laravel page. And then if remember, we have um, in the root WebSockets WSS project, the config file websockets.php. There is a path here that is going to be the settings page where we could see the dashboard. So for us to double check that the WebSockets is configured, we copy this one and supply it in our URL. There. So in here, once this is loading properly, we can say that we have the WebSockets already running. It's not yet secured, and we are connecting to it via IP address, so we will change this one later. When we connect, we are listening to the private channel through, which is default of the Laravel WebSockets library that we have used. Let's disconnect for now. Close this browser. Close this one. And then let's exit the terminal. Control C. Let me clear this one. And then on the other, Control C also clear. And let's minimize this. Alright, so we now have our website. We just need to add a domain name so we could access that project not by using the IP address. What we wanted is an easy to identify name that will help us access the service. So let's go to the DigitalOcean, create a domain name, and a record for that IP address that we are accessing. For those who doesn't have a domain name yet, they can do so by, for example, they can go to the Freenom site, check the availability of the um, domain name that they want, and then just complete the checkout process. But since I already have my main domain, and it's in here, domain DNS, the MCG Proj XYZ is the main domain that I have. I will just create a subdomain under it. Um, uh, let's give it demo, WSS demo. This is the subdomain, and then this is the complete URL. Just double checking that I don't have that name yet assigned to any IP address. So once you have verified this is unique and there's it's not yet taken, we can point this name into the my WSS server, the demo. Right. Let's double check again. What was the name? We need the IP that we access, which is 159.223.64.217, and this is the 217. Okay, 159.223.64. Create this record, and then we will also add an alias. This one is optional, but it needs to be of the same name as before. This WSS demo. It just have this www at the prefix. So it also points out to the same server, so clients can access the site whether with www or with www or without. Let's complete this. And the record is now complete. We can now rerun the application, and uh, serve the WebSockets, serve the website, and instead of accessing them earlier using the IP, we can access the page by copying, by entering um, the, sorry, let's go back to this, copy the W and then the 8000. This is the Laravel project, and we can also use without the W and with the 8000. So our domain name is working. We just need to set up the SSL part. To do that, what we are going to do is set up the SSL. Okay. Okay. Before the SSL, let's scroll down a bit and let's try to um, create first a virtual host. Scroll down. Yep. Creating virtual host. So we can access this link here as a guide on how to set it up. Um, let me open it on a new tab. I just copied from here the steps that need I needed to run my virtual host in the current server. So let's go to the var www, create a name that is similar to the project name that we have, and okay, Control C, clear. This is the name of our website, yes, right? So that's what we are going to create in our virtual host. Control C, clear. Okay, so first step is to go to the var www. It currently has the default HTML, so I'm gonna make another folder that is of the same name as our subdomain. Okay, and inside this, we will create a temporary index.html that will just state this is the welcome to WSS demo. Save, and yes. So now this folder has a default page of index.html. This will help us double check if our subdomain really points to our preferred virtual host, or is it using the default Apache site. Okay, let me clear this again for now. And then the next steps will be, we have created a new folder. What we're going to do is to transfer the ownership. Let's add the root to the www-data group, which is Apache's group for managing the websites. Let me copy this one. Let me copy this first, the user, into the other terminal, and then space paste this path here. Okay, and then we will also run this command and provide the same path. Okay, the var w proj space, it's missing a space there. Next will be to run this command so that we add additional privileges. Copy the chmod and provide the path this one. Okay, so our privileges are set up. Let's now go to the Apache folder so that we could manage the available sites. Okay. We take note of the name of our WSS site and then add the CONF. Let's sudo nano. Let's navigate first to this path and see what's inside. Let me clear this one. We cd to the path and then ls. Okay. So inside the sites available, we have a 000 default and a default SSL. That's why when we run the website, so the WSS demo without the port 8000, what it sees is the default Apache page, which is also the HTML folder that we have shown earlier. To show you again one more time. So if I cd and another here cd var w ls, this Apache page here is hosted in this var w html, just like what's mentioned in here. And inside the cd html, there is an index file, which the content of the index is this one. Now we're going to continue with where we left off. We are going to add a new config file, okay, by running sudo nano from here. Okay, cd ls. Okay, so this is the name that we wanted. Clear ls. We still have it, doesn't have that, so we run sudo nano. And we add WSS demo xyz. .conf. We are doing this. The config file should follow the name of the subdomain that we use, so that when we install the CSS, there will not be a challenge in doing so. Inside the new config that we are creating, what we need to paste is the content of the virtual host. And in this virtual host, what we need to specify is the email address in case there will be renewals that will happen. What is the name? What's the email address that will be used to notify you that it's expired and it's up for renewal. For the server name, this one is based on what we have specified in our registry. So this should match the project name as well, WSS Demo MCG Projects YZ. Save with the alias, the www. It also needs to be followed with the WSS Demo MCG Projects YZ. For the document root, we will for now point this one to the temporary project that we have created. So let me go here and cd to the WSS, pwd, and from here we copy this one and we paste it in the document root part. Let me delete for now. There. Control and save. Yes. Enter. And when we ls, there is now a new file like this one that contains our new path. Next is to enable the site that we have created. We will do that by running A2 Apache 2 enable site and provide the name of our configuration file. So from here, space to the WSS CONF. There. And we will skip this for now. Let's proceed with disabling the site. We will run the command below, A2, this site disable to the default config files that are present in the server. Okay. We have 3 files, right? So we disable this one, double checking, 000 default CONF. Okay. And let's try, oh, sorry. Let me clear for now, ls. And the last command was this site. Let's try to disable also the default SSL CONF. Sudo a to this site default SSL. Okay. Okay. Clear. So we have enabled our website, we disabled the old site, and then, alright, now we have configured our virtual host for port 80. Let's restart the server to double check if it took effect. Okay, we can restart Apache by running sudo systemctl restart apache 2 and sudo systemctl reload apache 2. Now, wait, typo. System. Okay. Now, and then we navigate back to the var. No. Let's refresh our browser. And now we can see that whenever we do the WSS demo, it points to our temporary page. Alright, so our virtual host is working for port 80. This is our web project. Let's try to repoint the name of our WSS demo into our Laravel project. To do that, let's go back to our we need to do 2 things. We will go back to our nano for WSS. When we open it, we on the other terminal, remember we have our project in this path. We need to have it pointed to the public folder so that the compiled Laravel will be the one that we will be showing. So I copied it here and pasted it in this nano config in the document root. Let me just comment first the temporary project that we have, and then enable this document root that is pointing to our Laravel project. Inside that project there is this public folder. Control X and then save. Okay. Once it's done, if we try to reload the Apache, what will happen is when we refresh this page, we get this access forbidden. So for now, what we did on the temporary folder, the chmod, we will run it also into our Laravel project. Okay. Let's open the chmod again. Where is it? this one. Okay. In here we are on another terminal. Let me move it on my left side. Okay. So I'm outside the project. I'm in the main folder. Let me clear that again. Rerun the transfer ownership to the current user. We will copy the entire path, the WebSockets / the laravel project. Okay. We run also the wdata for the same path, and then we also run this 775 to the same path. Enter. And then let's try to systemctl restart Apache 2 and systemctl reload Apache 2. Okay. When we do okay, for this one we will try to modify the insights available na no to the WSS UNF, and then after adding the document root, let's now try to override it, the grants. So in our directory, let's pass this path, and then paste it here to the public, and then our Apache will require or granted. Save. Let's do again the systemctl restart Apache 2 system reload Apache 2. Okay. And then we go back to our root WSS so that we could PHP artisan websockets serve host enter. And then on the other terminal we retry the PHP artisan serve host equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's in the port 8000 again. Let's try this. Okay, so we now have our laravel project, and in here we can use the laravel WebSockets page to double check if we can still access our website. Alright, let's minimize this for now. Control C and then Control C again. We scroll up to the additional installations that we needed. First is the Certbot, checking if it's installed, clear, and then check Certbot version, Certbot not found, so we will install it by running this command, app install Certbot, and then continue. Our installation is complete. Let me clear this one. And then to install the SSL, we will run this command. Let me paste it in Notepad first. So Certbot Apache, we will provide the domain name, which is the one we registered in our domain, the one, this one. And then another domain is the www, so we copy that and then we override this. This command here, we will install it here. Enter. Provide an email address. Agree. Skip the ads by no. Let it install. And then it will ask for a redirect. Let's go with 2, redirect. And it says, congratulations, your certificate is installed. We will keep the location of the full chain and the private key. Okay? It's in here because we will need that to update our WebSocket service. Alright, so let me minimize this for now. Let me go to the other terminal, maximize that one, clear, and then in the cd config, there is this nano websockets.php. If we look at the SSL section, we will need to provide the location of the local certificate. We will specify the location of the certificate in this variable, and then next will be the private key. We copy this variable here. Oops, sorry. Copy this again, and then paste it there. Remove the excess, and then we specify the private key. Copy equals, and then paste. Before we exit from the websockets.php, we need to add verify peer value of false. Install and save, enter. Let's go back to the root and nano to our .env. We scroll down to the bottom and specify the 2 variables we need here, and then paste it here. Save. Okay, to test this one, we will go with PHP artisan config, and then PHP. There, we go with PHP artisan WebSockets serve host equals 1, 2, 3, 4. Still using port 8000, and then we go to the next terminal. cd web root WSS demo, and then we go PHP artisan serve host 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we open another window. Let's go to the PieSocket, and then in the WebSockets tester, let us copy a guide in here. So nice. Let's copy this one, paste it in here. We go back to our let's open another terminal. Okay, remember we are in cd root websockets my WSS binano.env, and then we will copy the WSS demo key, supply it in our app. We will modify this so that it will follow the name of our project, the WSS MCG project. And then when we try to connect, the booster connection is successful. Okay. Let's do additional setup for the server configuration, and as mentioned in here, we need to tell the Laravel WebSocket server that it should only use HTTPS instead of HTTP. So we will go back to our config broadcasting and add these items into our project. Going back to Bitwise terminal, cd root, and WSS config nano broadcasting PHP, and then we have the pusher connection. We will keep the options available there. Use TLS true, and then we copy the host, the port, and the scheme. We keep that, and then for HTTPS 6001 is the port, and then for the host, we can change it into our name, the WSS demo mcg proj xyz. Okay, control and save. Alright. We can also attempt to run this additional setup, the keeping the socket server running with Supervisor D. So when we run the WebSocket serve, it will and we try to exit the terminal, it will stop the WebSockets from running. And when we restart the server, it will we also need to log into that server and manually start the WebSocket again. So we'll use the supervisor terminal. Let's erase this for a while, and then here. So we have copied the apt install supervisor. Supervisor. Okay. And then once installed, we will place the configuration in the etc supervisor confd. Let's look into that. cd etc supervisor ls. We will create a new file that will be nano websockets conf, and then we will provide these files. For this one, what we wanted to provide is the path of our project. So if I could open a new terminal, and then this is located in this root WSS, and there is this file. So we will provide this, copy, and then paste it here, slash the artisan. It will be the one that will be served. And then for this one, let me just create root. Let's just start root. Okay. Alright, once created, we will reload the configuration. Let's run it. Supervisor CTL update. Supervisor CTL start WebSockets. Okay, in our created WebSockets conf, we place it earlier outside the conf.d folder. So we'll just copy that one into the conf.d directory, and we run the supervisor update. We will rerun the start of the WebSockets, and since it's already started, let's do the reload of the supervisor. Alright, it will restart that service. Now our WebSockets is already running, even though our terminal doesn't run any of the commands right now. Okay, so this is what keeps our WebSocket service running. Double check, connect, and we are able to connect to the service. Okay, and then let's disconnect. That's for the WSS setup. On the server side, we will then proceed on our next video on the client setup, on how to connect to this endpoint using our another Laravel project hosted in a different server. Thank you.